Hi, this is Lisa from Low Cooking Rubber Stamp. Today I'm going to show you how to make those two cards. You won't believe how easy it is. Let's start it. Okay, first we are going to use our Cheep Friends combo set. Those Cheep Friends combo set is our 2019 fall new design. They come with one stamp and two die cuts. And we are going to use our words background stamp. And the material is we are going to use some alcohol blending solution, some alcohol inks, and the stays on. And we're going to use this mica color. Those mica color, they are the watercolor. They just work well on the dark cardstock. So, and we're going to use a stays on, and we're going to use our corner die cut and some ribbon. We are going to need a piece of acetate and some ribbon. So let's start it. Okay, so how to create this beautiful, colorful background is so simple. You won't believe it after this tutorial. So I try few, and I try this blue, this spring color. They all look so pretty, and you won't believe how easy it is. And it looks like a piece artwork. I did use a glossy cardstock, and but I did try to working on the matte cardstock like watercolor paper too. But I really find out on the glossy paper they looks more attractive. So, and I'm going to show you how to do it, and it is very easy. Every tutorial I'm trying to share some great information, and of course this tutorial I'm going to share some great tips too. Okay, so we are going to use this alcohol ink to create the background, and before we start it, I'm going to share some great tips with you. You know, stamping and scrapbooking can be a little bit costing, you know, because the new stuff coming to the market all the time. You need that, you need that, you need that. But sometimes you can find a replacement. Like this is called the alcohol blending solution, and I think probably like $4. I don't remember how much I pay for it. And but I found out, I just went to our drugstore and I found out these rubbing alcohol, they work exactly the same, and the whole bottle is only $2.50. So all you need is just get a small container, and we can use this replace this expensive brand name solution. So we're going to use a glossy paper, and those glossy paper, the size is 5 by 5, and I try few different color, and I realized we got to keep it simple as we can. I found out when we only use 2, maximum 3 color, you get the best result. If you use more than 3 color, usually they will mix a color and then they turn out not the way I like. So for making this card, this fall looking card, I use those 3 color. The first one is called the butterscotch, and the letters and the red pepper. Just 3 color, they can create too many different pattern. You can have a more green, more red, or more yellow tone. For this blue card, I use those 3 color. The first one is called circus and string, and this one is selling ball blue. Okay, so I will list the name on the bottom of the this tutorial, so you can find the name. This is an old package. I think I have those alcohol ink for probably over 10 years, and they changed the package recently. Okay, so alcohol ink is fun because you never know what you get. Okay, so when you use watercolor, we use water to mix the color. So when we use alcohol, we cannot use the water, they won't blending. So we are going to use alcohol solution to blending the color. It is very easy. Basically, you just let the alcohol ink do the job. First, you just put this alcohol inside one of these squeaky container, okay, and then you just kind of put a little bit on top. You always start with a lighter color. So in this group, this butterscotch is more like a yellow tone. So you got to work a little bit faster because they are alcohol after all, right? They evaporate pretty fast. And then you just kind of put a few drops on top and then let it run. That's it. Okay, and you can use the heat gun if you want to. They kind of dry pretty fast, but you can use the heat gun to help them to speed up a little bit. But now I'm going to put the second color. The second color I'm going to use a little letters. It's kind of like a green. So just give a few drop and then kind of run. If they don't, if the color they don't bleed together, they don't run together, all you can do is just use your alcohol solution, just give a little bit, help them to run a little bit. When you add the alcohol solution, the color will become lighter. So be careful, you don't want to make it too light. So that's pretty good already, right? And then we're going to use red pepper. The darker color, you are going to try to use a little bit less than the lighter color. Always start with a lighter color. If it's not enough, you add more. Don't try to make it too dark because you can change it. Okay, so just let it run. Okay, if you don't like this spot, all you can do is use your solution, kind of put a few drip on top, and that way they will help those color run. So this, if you want to add more, you can add more. I think that's a pretty already. How do you think? So you can just put this one on side and wait for probably 3 minutes and it will completely dry, or you can heat up. When I use the alcohol and the heat gun, I was kind of worried they caught in fire. So I actually asked my firefighter friend, I said, is it safe to use the heat gun with the alcohol ink? And he told me it's actually pretty safe. But I'm always still a little bit concerned. So when you're working with alcohol with the heat gun, just be a little bit cautious, you know, just keep a little bit distance, and safety is the most priority. Okay, so now we are going to working on this blue card. So that's the 3 color I'm going to use. When you pick up the color, try to pick up the 3 color, always a light, medium, and dark, and always start with a lighter color. So try to just play around and use this alcohol ink. This time I kind of put a little bit on the top and let it run. And I'm going to start with my lightest color first and just put it here. And kind of just move around your ink. Okay, and then we can just add a little bit on the top. Kind of help the color run. And then you never know because you can't control how the ink goes, right? So which direction it go. I love that part because every time when you make a card, it's kind of surprise. Okay. So that's the first one, and we're going to use the second color. Is still selling both blue. Okay, so just some drop, and also when they mix the color, they kind of create a new color. So that's why I say 2 to 3 color is good enough. When you use more color, sometimes it's just too much. So I think 2 is the best, 3 is okay, and try to stay maximum 3. See, isn't that pretty? Okay, just and then I use the light green and light blue. See, when they blending together, they create this new beautiful darker green. And then we are going to use this string. Just give a little bit touch up. Okay. That's it. If you don't like this spot, all you can do kind of just squeeze a little bit solution, kind of break the shape, and that's it. Can you believe it? Those beautiful cards, the background is just done by the alcohol ink, and it's just so easy, so fast. Okay. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit background. So we're going to use this words background, and we are going to use stays on, because now this glossy paper is covered with alcohol ink. I try to use a memento. I don't find out the image is clear as the stays on, so I think the stays on is show better. So we just use the stays on impact, gently rub the middle of this background stamp, the word stamp, and then we are going to put the card on top, and then we just use your finger kind of rubbing the center of that. I don't want the whole page is the words, so I just want the partial, okay? And then again, put on top. Just use your finger, kind of drawing a circle in the middle, and that's how I only get the partial print. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit final touch with those golden dots. I just found out they are kind of pretty, really make this background like a beautiful pattern paper. So now is the time we are going to use this mica color, is from the Art Crest, and I tried every single color, and then I found out the gold color is the best color, is just pretty, and it will pop out just like that. Okay, so you could use a paintbrush and then pick up the color. When you kind of pick up your brush, nothing drip, that means is ready to use. If you see something dripping down, that means the paint is too thin, so it's not going to show nice gold dots. And then what you can do is just grab other brushes, kind of just tap the brush, or you can just do like this. So that way you get a bigger dart. Okay, and after the gold paint is completely dry, you just find the acetate, and the acetate size is 5.25 by 5.25. We do sell those acetate from our website. If you bought an acetate from our company, from our website, and make sure to remove this thin protection sheet, so that way your acetate is going to be very clear. So just fold in the half, and I already use our corner die cut set to punch this very unique corner, and then so just fold in the half and put some ribbon on top, and look, isn't that amazing project? So thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe our YouTube channel or like us from the Facebook, and we have a lot of nice tutorial, or check our DVD library. And here is the website on the bottom. If you like our tutorial, please help us. Just click the button share. Share this awesome website with your friend. I'm sure they are going to enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.